Hey guys, a few days ago I promised you a Q&A, quite a while ago actually. I wasn't meant to take this long to get around to it, but I've been reasonably busy. Now this is to celebrate my 1 million views. I let you guys post a few questions, I'm going to go through it and stuff like that, and hopefully it will help you get to know me a bit better. Stuff like that. So, yeah, you guys wrote questions, I'm going to answer every single one of them. Nothing, no censorship, just going to go straight for it. And hopefully there'll be some nice background music, some nice background images and stuff like that, just to make this video not plain dull. But, yes, let's go for it. So I'm going to start from all the way down here. Genghis Jake is first off asking me if I support the Jedi or the Sith. To be honest, the Jedi are a bit off for me. They just want to sit around thinking that their view is absolutely correct, and that the people who oppose them are all evil. They seem very liberal to me, and I don't like that sort of idea. The world isn't just black and white. There is more to it than that. They need to get off their high horse and actually try to look at things a bit differently. The Sith, they're about the same, but the other way around. The Jedi universe is very... The world, when they have the Jedi and Sith, they make it very black and white, and that's not very engaging for me. There should be neutral on both sides. There should be a way to get you to sympathize with both sides a bit more. I mean, with Anakin, you can kind of sympathize. He won't save his family and all that stuff, but I know I wouldn't really go for either. I'd just go set up my own solar system and just chill out and not be a knob trying to dominate everyone with my own ideology like these guys do. Who also asked me if I'm in or out of the EU. I am going to vote out of the EU. I do not like the EU one bit. As a trade union, it used to work well, but now it's more than just a trade union. Germany not long ago took over the Dutch military. Now, yes, that tells you the direction the EU is going to be going. Germany's going to try and unify it as a collective of nations. They are going to try and get more power and a grouped up EU army, and I don't like that. It's going to be just sitting there. It's going to be rival to the Russian powers. Is it going to be allied to the US? Yes. And it's just no. I don't. I like nations. I like the way they are. I don't believe there should be a big Angela Merkel and Brussels government telling us all what we can and can't do. We are independent nations. Why should we have to take an opposing nation with a culture that does not honour anything we do in our nation? Why should we be forced to do that? I'm very anti. It's a culture which we are not doing well to integrate in our own nations. We are letting these people do whatever they want and oppose our culture quite openly. After the Brussels attacks, the biggest IMM in the whole of Scotland openly praised the attacks. And, we can't have that continue to be integrated into our societies, yet we are, and there's nothing stopping us. We can't put any caps on immigration at all. Immigration is a very good thing, and it's helped the world in a lot of ways when you control it to allow people who will benefit your nation to come in. That's not happening. Instead, we're having the lowest people on the scale being forced upon us, and the people who could benefit our nation are not being allowed in because rotas are being filled up by all that crap. We have no control at all. And it goes for everything in our nation. We're paying fees to help other nations develop. Now, I believe we should be looking after our own nation first and stuff like that. So, yes, I'm not going to go any more in depth because reasons. But yeah, I'll be voting out of the EU. Yarin Tobal asked me, what do I think of Barca getting their butts kicked out of the Champions League? I think it was terrific. I do not like the monopoly Barcelona's had in the last few years about being the best team in the world and all that. It's very overpowered. It's like, imagine an EU4 army which constantly has these 4-star generals and a 666 ruler. It's about time they got a 000, and now other nations are starting to kick their asses on the battlefield. It's kind of good. And he says, who will take, Real or Munich? I'm going to go Munich because they have integrated Barca's 666 ruler. And that's sort of thing to it. Or, I mean, that's who I think genuinely, but who I'd want would be Atletico. I would love for Atletico to win. They're already... Are they actually... Have they caught up to Barca in the league? Because if they have, that's brilliant. Deadly Rapitor Emmanuel Toms is asking me, what is your favourite strategy game? That would be European Universalis 4. I prefer it over CK2 very much. There's no argument about it. Chief Jeronka is asking me, why do I like House Frey so much? And that is a joke question, but genuinely I do kind of like House Frey. They just sat there, they saw they had a river and people needed to get across it. They then built a bridge on it and started charging people to go over. That's a very, very good business model, and I support it wholeheartedly. He also asked me, for real, do I consider myself Canadian, British, Scottish, or something else? I consider myself to be a ethnic Scot who lives in England and Scotland. No, and I believe myself to be an ethnic Scot who lives in England and Canada. I have Irish citizenship as well, so I have Scottish citizenship, Irish citizenship, English, and Canadian. So, yeah, ethnically I'm a Scot, but culturally I'd say I'm more aligned towards the Canadians. Just yesterday I was baking loads of maple syrup biscuits. I don't think I've ever had haggis. I'm not a big fan of the all English dinner either. Yeah, I'm hoping to eventually go over to Canada full time. I'm working on starting that project this year. In a few months, I should be going back over, or in a month, I should be going back over and finishing off my area and looking towards going over there, maybe getting a job over there, sort of thing, to keep me occupied. I do live out in the sticks, about 25-minute drive from the local town, so I would want to get a job for social life reasons. I don't enjoy England at all. I really hate it here. It's not only does it affect my breathing, so I can struggle to even live healthily over here. It's just boring. I don't like it. I don't like England. I want to go back to Canada and stay there. Genghis Jake again asked me, will I ever do cooking with Vujo, which I assume is a cooking show. Yes, I totally intend to do cooking shows. The problem is I don't have the right setup to do it. Not only that, but when I do these YouTube things, I'm basically talking to myself, so I want a house to myself, and it's just, there's a lot that goes behind it. Here I have my office in the kitchen. It's not so much secluded to talk to myself. Yeah, I'd love to do some cooking, baking and stuff. That'd be really fun. I do cook a lot. I talk about my cooking in my videos sometimes. So yeah, I would really be up for that. Some Claxon asked me, will I ever do the Westerlands in a Clash of Kings? No. I have no interest in the Westlands, their culture or stuff like that. And the Clash of Kings, it's a campaign which takes several months to get into a position. So if I'm going to be playing as someone, I'm going to be playing as someone in a region I prefer, and I really don't care for the Westlands at all. The Avion 12 is asking me, what is your favourite series that you've enjoyed most on the channel? Favourite series which I enjoyed most on this channel? EU4 wise, it'd be Ravensburg. Being able to go over and destroy France with 10,000 men and piece them out, taking money, that was really awesome. Ravensburg was really fun. Odoyev at first, but later on in that campaign, it sort of gets really stressful and depressive. But yeah, Ravensburg for EU4. CK2, I'll give you an answer for that as well. Favourite CK2 campaign? Lionel Baratheon, when I just conquered the whole of Westeros. I didn't simply inherit it or go through some shitty bullshit marriages to take land. I conquered every individual kingdom and duchy until it was all under my independent realm of the Stormlands. That was a brilliant campaign. Georgie Zoran asked me, have I read this Song of Ice and Fire books? No, I can't read. Realistically, I can't read for long. I have attention deficit disorder issues. I can't read books. I had this issue all through school. I never read a textbook. I never did homework or anything. I can't look at something and read it and stay active on that. But I have listened to the audiobooks. If you're interested, the audiobooks are read by Roy DeChoice. He actually played the Wildfire Maester guy on the show. And the Dance of Dragons was narrated by Ian Glenn, who plays Jorah Mormont. So there you go check them out. Zuko Darkborn is asking me what games I used to play in my childhood. When I was very young, when I say childhood below 10 years old, I used to play a lot of Age of Empires 2 and the other one, Empire Earth. I used to play lots of those kind of games. Yeah, Age of Empires was the main one I used to play through my young ages. The other thing would be Time Splitters. I used to play all the Time Splitters on the Xbox with my cousin. That was awesome. Used to play some of the old FIFAs as well, but mainly it was Age of Empires and Time Splitters and stuff like that on the consoles. So, not very much. No. Ben Cook is asking me what is my favourite games, both that you've played on the channel and off the channel. What are your top favourite characters in Game of Thrones? My favourite game I've played on the channel will be European Universalis 4, and off the channel, probably GTA 5. I have actually got 2 GTA 5 videos on the channel. But GTA 5, when it first came out, I think I was 18. Loads of my friends, we all got together online, started playing it with our big, massive groups, doing all these missions and stuff. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. I miss that. Being able to goof around with all your friends. We used to get up. We got up to about 120 individually, all around that sort of level. Used to go on every day with the headsets and play that with all my old school friends I used to go to boarding school with. It's nice to reconnect with them over the Xbox Live and stuff. So that'd be my favourite off the channel. Top fave characters on either the show or the books. I'll mix it in together because there's not really many characters I'll stand out as my favourites. But guys like Stannis Baratheon, Ramsay Snow, Ramsay Bolton, taking them as two individual people, they do act very differently, Ramsay Snow and Ramsay Bolton. Jorah Mormont is a bit of a creepy guy on the books, like a paedophile with his balding head going after a 13-year-old girl, but in the show he's a bit more of a cool guy. Yeah, there's not really much that really stand out. It's more the whole overall story I really enjoy about it. Individual characters, not so much. Right, Jason Ikioku, I'll never get your name right. Why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube because I was very bored. That's about it. I was very, very bored. I just, the relationship I was in at the moment was just starting to get a bit, like, at the end. I think I broke up about a month or two into YouTube. And yeah, I was just really bored. And I thought, hey, let's try recording this stuff. So I went out and I bought ScreenFlow. It was about £60 investments. I already had my Xbox Live headset. I used that and I just started recording and I really enjoyed it. The way the community came together, and there's a community which is founded around me, I really respect. And not only that, but it's actually for the gameplay. You know, everyone does a couple of hours of gameplay a day, or not everyone, but everyone in our sort of group does a couple of hours a day of gameplay. The income from it covers my internet bills and my gameplay electricity. So that is a really big thing which is going to motivate me to carry on. I like to treat YouTube as a separate business, and hopefully it will continue to pick up in future and stuff like that. But yeah, I wanted to first start YouTube because I was bored. What do I actually see the channel going? I see the channel keeping the same sort of steady growth. And the same sort of amount of views, but the growth in the views are going to be knocked off because the advert revenue keeps going down. So in fact, I'll probably keep getting a few thousand extra views per month, but ultimately the income will keep going down and down and down unless I keep going out of my way to advertise things like Patreon, which I don't really like doing. I appreciate that you guys support it, and I do try to give back to you, but I'd much rather just be relying on the YouTube itself. But unfortunately, that's not an option if you're trying to not pay to do YouTube. Any plan changes in style? Hey, I keep looking into this thing. Like maybe I'll upload less videos but longer. Maybe do, instead of 7 videos of so much a week, I'll maybe do 2-hour-long ones and have mid-break rolls in there. Maybe that will increase the advert stuff, but viewer retention, maybe that'll go up if there's one video which goes on for longer. Stuff like that, which could try and help YouTube. Also not being so much of an issue mine, because it does take bloody forever to get these things rendered and uploaded in individual groups. So maybe I'll do that. What sports do I watch and play? I don't play so much anymore while I've been in England, but I do occasionally do some golf. When I'm in Canada, I do a lot more things like paintball, running around, and logging trees. Before I started YouTube, I was going on a phase. There was a big phase going through the UK when everyone started going and doing MMA classes. I did it for about 2 years. I was a black belt in Shotokan when I was like 10, 11. So I went in with that and started doing some training. It was very good. I started getting really fit. I was never going to get to a level of being able to go in semi-professional or anything, but it's more about the fitness. And I actually had abs. Like my chest muscles were actually there. I actually had muscles on my arms and stuff, and it's weird how after, a year and a half of YouTube, I've already lost most of my muscles. It doesn't take long to go away, but yeah, I should really get back into doing some more sports. What do I watch? I watch golf and I watch football. I watched the Masters the other day and it was very fun watching the Masters. I always watch that. The Masters is like the World Cup for golf, just to put it in perspective. XTRG is asking me, are Canadians made out of snow and maple syrup? Well, basically, my diet does consist of a lot of maple syrup, and I'm not even a ethnic Canadian, if you can say ethnic. I mean, ethnically they are Scottish and English, so maybe I am an ethnic Canadian. Aaron Stevens, would you ever do a face reveal, and how old am I? Well, I have done a face cam reveal twice. You just had to be there at the right time because they get deleted. I think Chief Jaronka actually saw one of them. I had my fake beard on and a hat. But ultimately, it was me doing a face cam reveal. I did another one when I first started YouTube. My whole channel introduction was a face cam reveal. So yes, if you're one of my first 20 or 30 subscribers, you have seen it. Yes. Will I ever do it again? I don't really care about that kind of thing. Not during actual videos. There'll never be a face cam during actual videos because that takes away from the content. I don't support that really. And how old am I? I'm 20. 20. I've been on YouTube since I was 19. I'm about to turn 21 in not long. Oh, yes. Cameron Urquhart is asking me, is this going to be a stream or you just ask questions here? You just ask questions on this. And yeah, it's not being streamed. Zuko is asking me what my colour is. My colour is blue. A very icy blue, like a Roose Bolton blue. He also asked me what the status of my romantic and sexual life is. I am currently involved with someone, kind of. She's busy at uni and stuff, so I rarely see her. So you can use that as your answer to my sexual life as well. Just I rarely see the person I'm involved with because she's at uni. But yeah, I do have a romantic sexual life, which I don't know. I think it's more common to be involved in that kind of things if you're a nerdy kind of geezer who plays games anyway. If you find a nerdy kind of girl who plays games, it's much better than finding one of these other idiots. So yeah, going for that. And that is all the questions. Thank you guys for asking questions and stuff. I hope that my answers have entertained you and you have come closer to knowing me personally and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time with whatever I do. I'll probably do streams and stuff soon because I need to do stuff like that because it's been quite a while. I've been quite lazy. Yes, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.